E te iwi, nau mai, hoki mai, ki tēnei pāpahotanga a Whakaata Māori, kiko nei ki Rotorua International Stadium, where we have already had two very, very high-level matchups here in the Mahuri final, the plate final here at Maya. My name is Sean Mulkey, and I'm joined in the commentary box by Maya Williams for this great matchup here of Christchurch boys versus Auckland Grammar.
If you can see that hear that music through our speakers there, it's coming from the team. You can see the the Auckland Grammar boys. They did this a little bit before. You can see their manager. He's looks like he's trying actually a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I think
Matthew coming.
Yeah, I think I've been informed that he's actually been upgraded this tournament from the assistant manager to the hydration specialist. As we see him, I think he might even have one eye on the camera. That might have been why he's sit on that side of the circle there, Maya.
I did hear a couple of the boys calling him Bobby Boucher, so I can see how he's been upgraded to that hydration technician position.
Yeah, no, a special shout out there to Matthew Cumming. I believe he is the manager, but however, I don't know, a little birdie told me that he's been a very integral part of their team this weekend. Tuso has been their coach, my apologies, which was none other than Latoya McIntyre, the coach of the Touch Blacks women's team. They have a very impressive lineup here, as we see on screen now, also the Christchurch boys team. A great matchup we have coming up here, Maya.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the finals are going to be amazing when you have teams like these playing off for 9th and 10th way down there. To think that there are 10 better teams than these two teams, it's just really, it's hard to fathom as the quality of these two teams. Looking at the Christchurch boys high team, they have only actually lost one game. They've had a multitude of draws. They drew against Tauranga boys 7-all, then again against Southland boys high school, who when we seen them on day one just looked unbeatable, and then they had another draw against New Plymouth boys high school. So just such close results. It only takes that one loss and you go from being able to be in the championship final down a little bit lower.
Yeah, and as you see coming up on your screen, Auckland boys Grammar, we've been very lucky to have them on this live stream broadcast already, and the names to take from that first game was Broston Crone, Kelton Williamson Yates, Quinn Marcella and Preston Broadhurst. We'll look to see a lot more from them again this game, as I'm very, very excited for this matchup. And Maya, are you able to give us a little bit of an insight about these referees?
Yep, so our referees here, Tony Arnell, been in the top 3 in New Zealand, probably for as long as you've been alive, Sean. A very, very experienced referee from the Waikato, a very, very good referee, and he is with Michael Buttery and Quinn Murphy, and these two, I think they're about 7 or 8 years, or maybe even 9 years into their career, and they're not even quite 20, I think, and they've got huge futures ahead of them, and I have no doubt both of them going on to the World Cup.
Yeah, and I just want to send a special shout out to the Christchurch boys high coach there, Max Hughes, a very close friend of mine from back in the under 15, under 16 grade, where we both took on the youth pathways together. So a special shout out to Max, and also Quinn Murphy, one of our local referees up in Auckland, Tamaki Makoto at the Whakaata module. He does very, very well to officiate some very close, and I'm sure, as you can, you've probably heard, Maya, some very intense open premier matches up there. So yeah, special shout out to Quinn Murphy, who will be coming to this close sideline. And
one coach we haven't mentioned, Reese Allen, the coach of coaches, Nach. He's in the box there with this Christchurch boys high school team, and the quality of the coach you just talked about, combined with Reese, and I can see why Christchurch boys have only lost one game this tournament.
Yeah, an exciting lineup we've got here. Two very, very proud boys' schools, one hailing out of the south, one hailing out of the north, and I'm sure we're in for one cracking game here, Maya.
Auckland Grammar kick us off in the third of the live stream games here in Rotorua at the 2023 Bunnings Warehouse Secondary School Touch Nationals. Working together, Walker in the middle, and you see Crone just had his hands on the ball there. I'm sorry, giving you the wrong names. Get it right. Haig, backdoor play from the number 20. De La Hoya.
Yeah, we see that pocket play just coming in again there as they run a bit of a late cut here, trying to get everything they can going on touch 5. The final play just matched well there by Boston Crone in the orange boots.
Yeah, apologies there to Jai Tufuga. Had a look at the wrong list. The number 4 there from Christchurch boys. I see a good set of yards. Crone taking it up the middle.
And that's just that eyes-up footy that we've been talking about throughout these last few days here as we see Auckland Grammar with Marcela, quick hands, and there's that try through the players we talked about early on, wasn't it, Maya?
Yeah, you talked about Preston Broadhurst, Sean, yesterday before the game. You said it, someone you've seen in other touch tournaments, a really good player. I thought he had a quiet game, but it's great to see him straight on the ball here, scoring the first touchdown of the game. As you see, just getting into the right positions, running the right hole, nice and easy, heaps of space, puts the ball down, first touchdown, 1-0.
Yes,
Grammar.
hailing out of the Galaxy Club, a very prominent club up in Tamaki Makaurau. Actually, huri noi tēnei ao, all around the world the Galaxy Club is, and as you said, Maya, a bit of a quiet game yesterday, but a defensive specialist nonetheless, so we'll look for him to be a great presence in that lane as we see the 15 from Christchurch boys high shoot through from dummy half, and he finds a player easily in the end goal, doesn't he,
Oliver Winnan just gassed it through the back. Great gap there. Went along the dead ball line as we see here. The number 15, Oliver Winnan, gets through the back, throws the dummy pass. Great work there. You talked about losing your mirror, your defender there. The number 7, Lewis Grant, dots it down, 1-1. And I can already tell it's going to be another drop-off, Sean. So we see Crone on the ball. Right to left, chase out from the winger from Christchurch boys. 2-1. Boom, boom.
The floodgates that we spoke about in the the second game this morning have opened up again here. As we see on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, Crone coming on that sweep, finding Kobe Phillip in the little bit of a passive line there, a little bit deeper, and he finds his wing out there, Cullen Brown, for an easy dot down in the corner.
It's a killer reffing these male games. Their agility, and just on a dime they can go from sprinting 100 miles an hour to their right, off their right foot, and throwing a 30-metre long ball back to their left. And so the athleticism and skill levels here. Obviously see Christchurch boys again. Oh, great chase out there from the wing from Auckland Grammar. Stop that one from happening. 2-1 Auckland boys Grammar. 3 minutes, 3 touchdowns, Sean. This is what we're wanting to see.
Yeah, as we see that left to right long ball just getting fired out there. He's had it come from his hip to the wing in a matter of milliseconds, and just an absolutely perfect long ball. Left to right, a skill that we've seen massively this weekend.
You see it here again. The number 6, William Haig, left to right. And I'll tell you what, Lewis Grant would never be worried about having to do the undie run. I'm sure he's got about 20 with hands like that and being in the right position. Great work there, Lewis Grant.
Yes, as we see Auckland Grammar, unfortunately, just an unforced error there. Not able to pick the ball up cleanly as we see Christchurch boys coming off their line.
4 minutes, 4 touchdowns, end-to-end stuff. I'll tell you what, the defense has been good. It's just the attack that's been exceptional. We talked in the last game about those 1%ers, the accuracy. And both teams here have been really, really good. Great platform there to scoop up from the number 20.
Yeah, he mea pai kia hau I roto I tēnei wāhanga o ngā tame ki te tama nōku te he ki te ngā tama e tākaro ana I te whutupāoro, I te pāwhutupāoro hoki. It's just amazing to see these young men that are able to play rugby in such big frames and then come out here and play touch and move their bodies just as easily as everybody else.
Great defensive set here from Christchurch boys. You've seen them working in tandem, shooting up. Oh, just the skill and speed of Crone, who we saw yesterday. Great work there. Sean, you want to talk us through this replay?
Yeah, as we see coming up here on the Bunnings Warehouse replay, not much going on here on the 5th touch. Marcela out of dummy half, finds Crone. His footwork, his speed, just too quick as he puts it down and flicks it all the way back to halfway. Another piro for the boys hailing out of Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland Grammar School. 3-2 the score, Auckland Grammar in the lead.
Just a mistake there from the Christchurch boys, those orange boots. You can tell when Crone's on the ball. They look like his feet are on fire, to tell you the truth. And here we see Auckland boys grammar working themselves out. Much better set of yards here from them through that orange zone.
Yeah, a great covering touch there by Tufuga coming across there from Christchurch boys. Had to be made, or else I think there would have been a little break down that sideline, as we see Crone doing it both hard on the ball, tip on gone, play through called. To me, Maya, a great sign of a great player is someone that is not selfish, doesn't always want to be on the ball, and can set a platform for someone else to express their gameplay here. As we see Crone come on the field, sets a great platform for the one there, Tasmania. A quick check, the tip on goes, great skill there by Kobe Phillip, out for a walkover try on the wing there for our number 13 from Auckland Boys Grammar, McIntyre. No, sorry, just sharing jerseys, I think, there. Unfortunately, McIntyre was injured earlier on in the tournament and was unable to play this weekend. So we wish him a speedy recovery as Christchurch boys come down hot on attack. Great footwork, the follow play.
Beautiful hands.
Oh, no, the ruling of the pass has gone forward, but a play nonetheless coming out of the Christchurch boys playbook.
Sometimes we should just turn the other way on those passes, don't you think, Sean? When there's such beautiful athleticism happening like that in the middle of the field, especially after you've just been scored on, that would have been so good to be a touchdown.
As you say there, Maya, the skill set to be able to be running in one direction and have eyes in the back of your head and pass in the other direction is one to be desired of.
Here they have it, though. Don't want to go down there and get it again. That's a really nice move. Caught them off guard. It was great work there from the 20 from Christchurch Boys High. De La Hoya.
No doubt. Reese Allen, and Max Hughes will be mustering up these plays in the playbook on the training field back home.
The two boys again. They nearly got that last touchdown.
As we see them go out the back door here.
Oh.
The footwork just too good, beating him on the outside there. Just missed that number.
De La Hoya was there, Sean, the man who set up the last one with the pass unfortunately going forward. This time he made sure of it. Best way not to do a forward pass is to score it himself. You see, just steps out the back door almost like a passive, gets on the outside of the Auckland Grammar link, who you've talked about being a fantastic defender, was the quality of his speed and his hesitation there to get on his outside. Great touchdown.
Yeah, he's done very well there, just to sort of start him and make him a little bit unstable on his feet there, as we see them, Auckland Grammar, wanting to return the favour.
3-4, a heap of touchdowns so far, 7 in the first half of this first half.
Yeah, just too easy. We saw that coming from a fair while away. They went to it in the first half. I believe it was the first try of the game that they ran that move. They go back to it today. Rima ki te toru the score now.
Interested to see the put down. Looked like there was a little bobble, and also looked like the player himself thought there might have been. We might not get that view from this one. No, what am I talking about? The number one says, Maya, what are you up to? Tasmania dots that down. Easy as 5-3 in the blink of an eye. 8 touchdowns in this first half. Auckland Grammar, getting out to a 2-touchdown lead, Sean.
Yeah, as we see the ball go into the hands of the number 9 here, I've really liked his work ethic throughout the field. He's set great platforms and he just grits his teeth and really drives hard to set a great platform for the strike players. As we see them go to a Geordie play here on the right side, a great flat pass, defense up to the job.
Yeah, Hiro Fuchigama, the number 9 there for Christchurch boys. He's working really well with De La Hoya, the number 20. They look like the threatening combination. Good set of yards here from Auckland Grammar. Christchurch boys really try to press them. Auckland being able to repel that.
We see Carlton Williamson Yates going for a run on the outside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you remember Williamson Yates from yesterday, but he was everywhere doing everything at 1,000 miles an hour.
He sure was. A set of wheels that he has. We see Tasmania just going long. Unfortunately, not quite the option there, but good to see Tasmania on the ball a little bit more. We didn't see much of him yesterday, but he seems to be really owning that role as a striking middle. We see Christchurch boys take it away from their sub-box this time. A little bit of a different yardage pattern, but as we spoke about earlier, it can come to be a very, very critical play that just catches the defence.
Ooh. What you call there, Sean? You go 6 again. You're happy with that as a defender?
Yeah, I think sometimes when you're hot on the retreat and you just need a play to be made, sometimes playing at that ball is the option. Unfortunately, you do have to defend another 6, but you back your team that are out there to do the job.
Jacob Frost here with the ball, working in tandem with Heath. What type of play do you think they're going to potentially go here?
They might look at to that flat pass again in that link channel. I know that 6 from Christchurch boys, Haig has got a great bullet of a pass both ways on him, so we'll look to see him use that as we see the 4 sweeping round.
Oh, did they get it? Chase out there from Broadhurst, little stutter. Ooh.
Just trying to see what was going on there. The touch being made in a great cover there by Broadhurst. The winger, unfortunately, not able to get it down in time, as we see the number 6 here from Christchurch boys working across the field.
Yeah, touch and pass from William Haig. Good defence in the end there from Auckland Boys Grammar.
Some flying defence coming from the Christchurch boys side. They are super keen coming out of their own half here.
Yeah, great intensity in this defence from Christchurch boys. No doubt, like all the other Christchurch teams from the Canterbury area, just work ethic is definitely one of the key qualities in all those teams, as we see here. Great momentum, great platform. Unfortunately, ball not to hand.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The effort areas, the intensity, and just the plain and simple hard work that comes out of a lot of these South Island-based teams is just truly awesome for our game. You know, I've seen a lot of the schools down there develop, a lot of their club teams developing very, very well, and it's just massive for our game as a country. So we see the penalty blind there. I think just slightly getting in the ruck. What an opportunity this is going to be for Christchurch boys to get one back on the board and lessen that gap.
We spoke earlier about whānau being coaches or managers of the school teams. Well, Michael Buttery, the referee, just awarded that penalty. Both his mum and dad, referees for over 20 years in the TNZ sector, both now black badges. Christchurch boys hot on attack. Here's our man of the hour, the number 20, the fleet-footed De La Hoya.
Yeah, he's done a great job there to catch Quinn Marcella, not getting quite back to the line. Great defender he is, so he's causing them all sorts of headaches at the moment.
Oh, I'd be scared if I was...
Take the words right out of your mouth there, Maya, I think. E koringa kupu he piro tēnā ki te kapa no te waipo namu Christchurch boys dot over for another try through number 20, De La Hoya.
He had no right to score this, but his pace, his skill, the length, that dive, no chance the defenders had then.
Yeah, not many words for that. That is just pure individual brilliance. What a great way to be able to get to the ground early, and a great dive there. As we see Auckland Grammar coming with their set play through Boston Crone. The footwork again from Crone, matched well from the 15 out of Christchurch boys. He has done well to defend Boston there, hasn't he? If
this is 9 playing 10, then 1 playing 2 this afternoon is definitely a game you do not want to miss.
No, absolutely right there, Maya. We see on the fields just behind us the top 4 playing off for the spot later this afternoon in the boys' final. You did right. The calibre of touch that we're seeing out here right now, the speed played by both teams, as we see Christchurch boys charging through the centre of the field.
So unlucky. They had real momentum. They had the Auckland Boys Grammar rolling back the entire way. That was the key roll ball, wasn't it? That one on the 5th there.
Yeah, a good change up there from the boys out of Christchurch. It was great to see them change up and go through the middle of the field to get some fresh legs on and bits and pieces there, but a great change up nonetheless. As we see the first half winding down, only time for a couple more touches. As we see Williamson Yates scoot out a dummy half. We saw this yesterday. He's got some real speed. Just touched there, I think, by Oliver Winan. A great first half. Ko mutu te hawhi tuatahi o tēnei kemu o ngā tama. Sino kaha. Auckland boys are just in the lead 5-4 as we go into the break.
Get Christmas ready with our lowest prices. This is the perfect time to set up for Christmas. Lighting can really help make those really special moments. Decorations just to make things look pretty. You want to make sure that everything's right. We can help you make it a Christmas to remember.
Get the turkey on the smoker barbecue, $199. Relax on this timber bench set, $299. Be sun safe with a 2.5 metre market umbrella, $59.
When you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
This isn't about cameras. It's about getting a better shot so you can get a better result. A great photo of your property is more important than a picture of our agent.
Sport is about more than just the game. It's about going from teammates to best mates. It's the high fives and helping hands. It's learning when to back yourself or back your buddies. It's actually being excited to get out of bed early on a Saturday. Sport is about more than just the game. That's why Caltex is proud to help fuel school sports.
E te iwi, e te whānau whānui, nau mai hoki mai ki Rotorua International Stadium. Au we taukiri e te kemu o ngā kemu so far, Maya Williams. We've got an amazing game out on this finals field here for the Mahuri final, the plate final between Christchurch boys and Auckland Grammar. Auckland Grammar only narrowly in the lead by 1.54, I believe the score is. What a matchup we've got going on here, Maya. What do you think the conversations are going to be had during this halftime break?
What an entree for what's about to come. And if this is the plate final, I can only imagine the quality that we're going to be seeing in the championship finals in the next 3 of our live stream games. To be honest, I would say more of the same. Obviously, we've talked about the 1%ers, and yep, you don't want to make mistakes, but I just thought that was a really quality half from both teams. The attack had to be exceptional because the defense was really good. I really liked when Christchurch boys pressed, and I really liked when they did a yard set up through the middle. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do that a little bit more often because they really got Auckland Grammar on the back foot when they did.
Yeah, as you said, I'm not sure that there needed to be much said in those huddles there at halftime. Maybe just a break for the boys as they come out with just as much energy as they did in the first half. Boston Crone dotting down with that left hand. Quinn, the referee in the middle, very happy with the put down, as I'm sure we'll see coming up here in the Bunnings warehouse replay.
You just know something's going to happen around Crone, and be interesting to see how good the replay is to see if that ball was down. I'm wondering if we can get another one from this view. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. But Crone just fleet-footed, fast, long, as we see here on this better view, just getting that ball down milliseconds before the defender, the number 19, could get across Kobe Harwood to stop Crone.
Yeah, an impressive skill there to dive with the left hand, getting to the ground early. A great setup, great play by the Auckland Grammar boys as they push the lead out by 2.
Oh, that's... Yes! We don't need to call every pass forward.
No, that's just a great ball there coming out of the Christchurch boys. Copper there. We just see the setup, I'm sure, again by the number 9. Yes, it is. There's that man again, the workhorse coming from Christchurch boys. That flat ball from William Hague. He's been throwing that same pass the whole game, and then it finds that man, De La Hoya, who's been doing it all. He's been finishing the tries himself and through other people's work. What a great try.
Grammar straight back down. Good touch by the number 1. As soon as I said we don't need to call every pass forward, I pictured Mida Graham and Michael Kavanagh thinking, you're exactly right, Mike. You should not have done that in the World Cup in Coffs Harbour. Anyway, Grammar straight back on it, left to right. A lot of these left to right long ball tries seem to be coming from nothing happening in the middle.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm not sure if it's a bit of a breakdown there for that defensive side, but it's been happening both ends of the field for both teams as we see Marcela out of half. Quite a straight scoop line. He just knew, I think, that he was going to go long there, didn't he, Maya?
Grammar doing a good job of keeping that lead. 7-5, Christchurch hit back, and then Grammar back on top again. So here he is, the number 20, the dynamic duo. Hiro and De La Hoya. Hiro here with the ball, out to De La Hoya with his fleet foot. He's looking to set up a phase play. Oh, fifth touch.
I think we have that step over call again from Tony Arnell in the middle there, as we see Auckland Grammar boys looking to work their way out.
I love this defence from Christchurch boys there. Sean, the press that they have and really putting the Auckland Grammar under pressure, and that's what you earn. Really good defence like that can often get the timing of the players running onto the ball off, and we have our first maka whakamua of the second half here. Great work there from Christchurch boys high. That defence key part of ensuring they can get some good scores here. As Hiro back on the ball, Sean.
Yeah, we see that impressive attacking set, staying out there for another opportunity, hoping to turn it into points. De La Hoya unlucky there. The defence just a little bit too eager, I think, coming off the line early. We see one substitute go as the ball back in the hands of De La Hoya.
Yeah, if I was defending and De La Hoya was in front of me, I'd be leaving the line early too. Yes. Trying to cut down his space so he didn't make me look stupid.
As we saw the link there pop up early from Auckland boys, I think they've identified his attacking threat there to try close his time down. As the ball back in the hands of William Haig, just as much an attacking threat.
Christchurch seem to have changed their attack in the second half, gone to sort of more static plays, quickies, stuff like that. They seem to have a little bit better flow in that first half, I thought. As we see, it's not quite on the same page there. Hiro thinking that De La Hoya was coming in for appeal.
Yeah, you're definitely right there, Maya. I think it's great to have that variation of sort of static play and as well as a bit of flow, and it all just depends on what sort of player you've got on at that time.
Great defence there from Auckland boys Grammar. They had 3 sets on their line. Here's the man of the moment. Crone with the ball in his hands. Tasmania looking in. This is what he did in the first half. He got into the back, looks to link up. Oh, I thought that was good deception play from the winger there. Not sort of putting his hands up, not letting the defender think that the ball was coming his way, and at the last moment, just catching it and putting it down.
Yeah, no, that's just a great IQ play there from the winger, number 14 from Auckland Grammar, Te Tamaki. He's done very well to get free. Really awesome job, again, by Tasmania to get into the in-goal. As I said, we didn't see much of him yesterday, but he has been a pivotal point of their attack today, coming off that platform set by Boston Crone.
Such an advantage having 2 really different attackers in terms of the number 1 from Grammar and the number 4 Crone. As we see here, Christchurch boys, great opportunity where Crone's fleet-footed, steps back, gets under, throws beautiful passes, and the number 1 Tasmania using his speed to get through or throwing those 30-metre left to right long balls.
Yeah, definitely a very undervalued sort of point of attack there that Auckland Grammar have got, where they have the ability to send these 2 boys out there. Very impressive. So we see that new set coming on. Oh, unfortunately, just bobbling the pass there.
Going a little bit forward. A little bit forward, doesn't matter. Going forward.
Yeah, yeah. We see Christchurch boys, only 9 minutes to go in this game. I say only, but that is a massive amount of time in these games, especially we see how quickly they can come back and forward to each other here.
Key set here, a momentum change up for Christchurch boys if they can score. Pretty casual set so far. Now they'll probably want to be a little bit more intense as we come up to the 5th touch. Hiro on the ball. 32 long, unfortunately. Timing of the pass, but again, a bailout penalty.
Yeah, just giving them a little bit of a free pass here with Auckland Grammar to have another attack at the line. We see the number 5 leaving the field in replacement of that man, De La Hoya, and Hiro staying out there. A great combination they've got going on here. I'm interested to see what they pull from the playbook.
Yeah, hopefully they can move the defence around, which is sort of looks like what they're doing, as opposed to just being very static and looking for the quickie and trying to create after that. Rather moving the defence around. See them there.
just great stable defence so far as we see Auckland Grammar boys rallying together. A lot of chat on that line. You can hear the noise being made as they look to protect their try line at all costs. Just stumbling there was Haig. Unfortunately, I'm sure that would have been quite the strike coming down that lane.
Yeah, just lost a bit of their connection, the rhythm they had in that first half where they seemed to all be on the same page, Christchurch boys. But we've sort of acknowledged the defence through the orange zone for Christchurch, and Auckland Grammar's defence on the line has been fantastic.
As we see here, man.
The Usain Bolt of Auckland boys grammar, the pocket rocket, the Energizer battery, the number 5, Williamson Yates, just like what he was doing yesterday, doing everything today.
Yes, I spoke about him yesterday as we see on the Bunnings warehouse replay. Just gassed to burn down that outside and an easy finish in the corner. I've seen him do it in the men's grade on the wing there. He's come down here at secondary schools and done it in the link position, getting around his opposite. Just as easy as that, as we see Christchurch boys down by 3 now, hopefully looking to close the scoreline.
We know the Canterbury area, they're really known, as you said earlier, for the hard work areas, but I think they're also known for their mental toughness. Down 3, most teams, it seems to be a bridge too far. I have no doubt with the incredible coaches they have, from the culture and system they come from down there in the Canterbury area, that 3 tries is no problem for these boys. They're just thinking about the next play.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell, being 8 games deep into a tournament, 30-minute long per game, that these boys have actually played 8 full games. They look very fresh out there. The effort areas are to be admired, and it's just awesome to see the work that they are putting in.
Another great set of defence on their scoreline, Auckland boys grammar.
Not probably the penalty that they wanted to give there, unfortunately, Christchurch boys, as we approach the 6-minute mark. Auckland Grammar looking to hopefully get a nail in the coffin down the other end of the field. And saying that, 5 minutes, again, a very long time to turn this game around.
You've got the quality of coaches in this Auckland Grammar team. As Latoya is, the Open Women's coach, you can completely understand how they're just so connected down on that scoreline. They look like there's 8 of them out there, and the Christchurch boys just really finding it hard to penetrate through. You see a beautiful pass from Tasmania. I hope that was a touch almost.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier about these slam dunks that were going on down there from their team, and I think that one comes out of a bit of frustration maybe, back down on the defensive line. But Preston Broadhurst outside of his defender with a big slam dunk, a great finish, what was a great setup there, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, and reward for their defence down the other end. They've repelled Christchurch for the last 6 minutes straight, the Christchurch boys team, and they've gone down the other end and scored a great try. 5-9, still time, but I must say it's been pretty much all Auckland Grammar in this last 6 or 7 minutes. As we see, De La Hoya could just get that pass away.
Yeah, they've done well to earn the penalty there. Just over i ngā whā o ngā mineti e toi ana in this Mahuri final of the boys division, the plate final, as we see De La Hoya shut down well there by Preston Broadhurst on the left link. I think the reason these links are having to get so tight and so lift so early is just because of how much of a threat that De La Hoya is.
Again, you just see the Auckland boys grammar moving together. They're all chasing out, not in 1s and 2s, but all of them together, keeping their gates that you talked about yesterday at the same width each time. 9 tries is the reason why Auckland boys grammar are going to win. But for me, it's been their defence. And it must be really hard mentally when you're trying your best. You're used to being really good attackers as De La Hoya and Hiro were in the first half. But this defence from the Auckland boys grammar in the second half has just been the best we've absolutely seen of these last 3 days.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think with the inclusion of Latoya McIntyre in the sub-box for Auckland boys grammar, that is probably the reason that their defence is looking very cohesive at the moment. And as you say, those gates have been awesome for them. They are moving like they've got rope tied around their hips, and they're just moving back and forward together so well, as we see the air of force there.
I'm sure the hydration technician, Matthew Cumming, would have something to say about their defence being as good as it is. He'd be talking about his Bobby Boucher hydration skills, keeping them energised to be able to defend.
Absolutely. And you see here, there's just no energy lost at all 4 down on the scoreboard. Christchurch boys still giving it their all. 3 minutes left to play, and it's not unachievable. I'm sure they will look to get a strike early on here as the clock is ticking down in this boys' final.
Just slowing things down. I think Graham have done a great job of just taking any flow into the attack. As we see the 15 getting through, back pass.
The call there, holding. Probably just a bit of wanting to hold them just because they were desperate not to let that try in there, and that just shows how much pride they have in their line there. Unfortunately, giving the penalty away as they look to wind the clock down even further. Auckland Grammar making some strong touches.
Tactically really smart. Give away penalties rather than tries. I know as a coach I get frustrated when down our end we get played through and down the other end we get penalties. I'd rather a play through any day. So we see De La Hoya here again.
Defended well. Great footwork. He had him diving. I would hate to be out there having to be that defender.
You just don't see them chasing in from far because of that great connection. The Auckland boys Grammar. Did he get him? Does he call the touch? Real surprise to see Williamson Yates not get there.
Yeah, the first real breakdown we've seen through that channel for a while now. We've seen a few tries down there, but it's been a while, and we see just held up very well. That dummy goes. De La Hoya with a great attack line off the 32 short, finishing it very well there.
In danger of the early crow. Great that Christchurch boys got a touchdown, but maybe just a little bit too far now, particularly if Crone. What do we got? Forward pass. Crone there. Minute 16. 3 touchdowns. Is it possible? Is it likely, Sean?
Oh, unfortunately, I just don't think that just over a minute is enough time. We will see maybe 3 or 4 more sets depending on the speed of which Auckland Grammar chooses to play at. We see a bit of physicality coming in here late in the piece. Definitely no love lost as we see number 6 driving extremely hard. De La Hoya, a great pass. Penalty blown. I think Auckland boys Grammar just too good here today.
We seen them on the live stream yesterday and they played well, but the performance they've put out here, and in particularly the second half, is at least 3 or 4 steps up from what they produced yesterday, and that's against a significantly more competitive opposition in the Christchurch Boys High School. I thought it was going to be a close one, but they've been very dominant in the second half, have the Auckland Boys Grammar.
Yeah, you did right there, Maya. They have been very impressive, both teams, throughout the tournament as we see the clock winding down to the last final seconds. It was very impressive to see Auckland Grammar out here yesterday, but as you say, massive, massive improvements, and I take my hat off to their coaching staff and their management for how well they've been able to develop, as have many teams throughout this tournament. The penalty blown as the hooter goes, sounding in the background. Happy to clap hands, but I think they'll still get the tap.
Just another one of these penalties after the hooter.
Yeah, most definitely. More than happy to take the touch there as the clock strikes 0. Auckland Grammar victorious there in the Mahuri final, 9-6. Congratulations, Auckland Boys Grammar. A very strong tournament from Christchurch Boys. We'll be back very soon for the first of our mixed final games.